Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Becoming Her. I hope you are having a wonderful day. And if not, I hope I can make it just a little bit better. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Alison Aurora. I am on the board of a national women's leadership conference, and I serve at one of the top 5 charities in the world. So join me as we talk about life, faith, finances, and how together we can work on becoming her. Well, guys, I'm back in the car, headed to work, and my apologies for being MIA the past few weeks. When it feels like life is just winning? I am certainly in a hard season right now. I'm working very hard and maybe pushing myself a little too hard, in the midst of working and wanting to be the best operations manager possible and, take us to the moon and studying for my securities industry essential exam, which, if you don't know, I have insurance licenses in Arkansas and California. So that's done, but I want investment and finance related licenses now. And these are notoriously harder than the insurance licenses. So I've got that going on as well. And, taking a summer class and trying to take care of myself and decide what I want for my future and take care of my faith. So it's been a lot. And I think in the past, when I've gone through seasons like these, I've been more tempted to look at God and be like, why are you doing this to me? Why is this happening? Or even, fall back in my faith and feel like He doesn't see me. But in this season right now, even though it's really hard, and trust me, guys, it is, I don't feel like that. My feeling is more so, God put me here for a reason, and I'm just waiting to see what that is. So I want you to know, if you are in a difficult season right now, I think you should have a meeting with yourself, like I'm going to do today, and look at what I can control and what I can't control. List that out. Anything you can't control, you've got to automatically give that to God. Because trust me, I've tried to take it all and worry, but worrying does nothing. Your consistent concern about something has no bearing on whether it turns out the way you want or the way that you don't want. So once you've listed everything that is in your control and not in your control, then say, okay, after looking at this, what can I do about it? Because I'm realizing this is what I really need to do. List out all the things that are going on, what's in my control, what's not in my control. Go ahead and pray and give everything that's not in my control to God. And then look at what is in my control and make a change. When I made my vision board for this year and chose my word, it was action. And I really believe I've been living that out because I've been taking action. But I want to amend that a little bit and make it intentional action, because I do think I'm very quick to act or choose things, but that doesn't necessarily mean it aligns with my short or long-term goals. So I want to be more intentional about the choices and actions I do take to make sure, hey, does this align with where I want to be and who I want to become? Because, guys, that's one of the biggest steps of becoming her. It's obviously not something that you could do in a day. Otherwise, this podcast wouldn't exist and we'd already be done. You know, I'd already have a successful business. I'd already give back to the community wildly generously and have financial freedom and it'd be awesome. But that's not how it works. I do believe it works, though, by having a map, even if it's a rough idea of who you want to be, and starting making choices that she would make. And that has been something really guiding for me because I do think the woman I want to become is such a woman of action. But I also think she doesn't make irrational actions and choices that don't align with where she wants to go. So, my friend Rachel told me about this idea of biblical pruning, where sometimes God is pruning you to grow more, taking away dead leaves and branches that aren't serving you, aren't good for you. I firmly believe that sometimes God takes away things that He knows that we wouldn't take them away from ourselves. And I think it may be a season of biblical pruning where God is cutting back my vines so that I can grow. And to be really honest with you, last night I was upset. Last night I wanted to give up and throw in the towel. But I'm not a quitter. I think God would put me through something that I can't handle. Because, Jesus was in, what was it, the desert or the wilderness for 40 days being tested. But the best part of that was it only lasted 40 days and then it ended. So maybe I'm in my metaphorical 40 days. So if you are having a rough time right now, if life isn't going your way, if you're really tempted to be angry at God or to say, why me? Or to shrink away in your faith, I really want to encourage you because trust me, I've been there before and I've done that. To know that God is never going to give you something that you can't handle. It is always going to be for your betterment and His plan, and you're going to be okay and better for it. I really do believe that. And if you feel kind of directionless right now, I get it. I would say I'm kind of there too. I have a vision of what I want for my life. Usually known like this is the trajectory I want to go with my career. But right now, so sure, which is totally fine. Doesn't mean I'm going to give up or not try. It's just the first time that I haven't had a plan, which is my preference. I love having a plan, saying this is where I need to go. Even if I don't know how to get there, I can figure it out or try things. Normally, I would be freaking out because I don't have where I need to go. But I feel really okay with that uncertainty right now, which is new for me. I know myself and I know that whatever I do, I'm going to try and be the best at it and give it my all. So I feel okay that I don't know exactly what I want to do because I trust the fact that I'm going to give it everything I've got. So that is a pretty good feeling. I still don't love that I don't have a clear plan, but I am okay with it. Do you ever wonder what God is doing with your life? Because I really do right now. And I don't just mean this season, because I really don't know what He's doing with this season. Really curious to know. I mean, of course, it's only been 20 years of this, but what is he doing here? What is he going after? Does he want this to be? I don't know. I don't know when you get to find that out. I don't know if that is in heaven or when, but I'm wondering grand scheme what he's doing here. And I think that wondering is helping me persevere because I genuinely have no clue. And I would love to know. I really would. I mean, how does a girl get from Arkansas to California? Crazy culture shock, by the way. Wanna transfer from her college because she was having such a hard time in California back to Arkansas, but decided to stick it out and then went abroad to Thessaloniki, Greece, and, other places. And now I'm operations manager at a charity in an area where I have no friends. Like, I've been completely uprooted from my usual community, which this is not the first time this has happened. Moving out to California the first time was that. But I just wonder. I wonder what he is doing here. And I'm excited to find out, even though I have no idea when that finding out will be. Just excited to know. And I really hope that whenever I pass away, that I accomplished everything that he wanted me to and that he hoped I would do and that he knew I could do. My freshman year of college, they had us write our own obituaries as if we had died today and also as if we had died at the end of a full life. And I think even now, with some time since then, I would definitely amend the one, at the end of the full life because you don't know what you don't know. I'm older, I've had time since then, I've had more experiences. I would change what I want that to say. But thinking back to the obituary, if I had died now, I wouldn't be satisfied. Do you feel like that? Because if I had died today, I would feel like that just it wasn't enough. And think could have done more. I should have done more. I could have been kinder. I could have worked harder. I could have, you think and look at all those things. So no, I wouldn't be satisfied if I passed away right now. Be so disappointed with myself. And I think that is a large part of becoming her, is putting that into perspective. We don't, none of us know when our last day is gonna be. So I want to feel like at the end of each day and the beginning of every new day, lucky I am to still be alive and to think about what I do today that would make God proud. I said to not take this to excess because I do think that's part of why, I'll tend to overwork myself or do too much or feel like I'm not doing enough. But here's the fix that I'll give you today. Like I said, write down what you can control, what you can't control. Give what you can't control to God. See what actions you could take regarding what you can control. And then I want you to think grand scheme. Could this hard season just be preparing you for that? So please do not lose your faith. I know that if you're having a hard time, I'm having a hard time. God is right there with us in the thick of it. I promise you, and you can do this. send this to a friend or family member or someone you love who you feel like might need to hear this right now. And go ahead and subscribe to make sure you don't miss next week's episode. You can do this. And I am so proud of you for how hard you've been working. Even if nobody sees it, you're doing a great job. Have a wonderful day. See you next time on Becoming Her.